All right, so for this one, we're going to use proportions to solve a unit rate problem and as a taxes tip, which is basically the same thing. All right, so for this unit rate problem, right now I have something that costs $22.85 for 15 ounces. And what I want to know is, because it's unit rate, I want to know how much for 1 ounce. All right, so how I set up my proportion is I put my money over my ounces, all right, and I set it equal to what I want to find out. I want to know how much it is for one of those ounces, all right, and I'll go ahead and add my units just so I can help, so you can see what it is I'm looking for. And I'm trying to figure out how much money is that. So my dollars in X that I'm looking for. So because I'm using X and because we've had so much practice with it, I'm going to use cross products. So I'm going to use a cross product there, and I'm going to use this cross product here. All right, so on this side, I'm going to have 15 times X equals 2.85 times 1. All right, then I'm going to multiply what I can. All right, 15 times X, remember, anything times X is that number with X attached. So I have 15X here is equal to 2.85. Okay. From here, I need to get rid of this 15. I want to get X by itself. I want to do the opposite operation. Right now it says 15 times X. I need to divide 15, making that 1. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. All right, so now I have X equals to whatever 2.85 divided by 15 is. So let's figure that out. 2.85 goes in the house. 15 goes on the outside. Bring my decimal up. All right. 15 is not going to 2, so let's put a 0 there. All right, 15 does go into 28 one time. 1 times 15 is 15. 28 minus 15 is 13. All right, bring my 5 down. 15 goes into 135 9 times. 9 times 15 is 135. So I have 0. So now X equals 0.19. But because it's money, it is 19 cents. And that is my X value for that. So 19 cents per ounce. That's what unit rate means, okay? So now for my sales tax, I want to use a proportion to find out if I have $15, if there's a 6% sales tax, how much is that sales tax? And if asked or if required, then I want to know how much the total amount is, all right? So I set it up again. Remember, percent is always out of 100, so I already know where it goes. My 6% always goes over my 100, all right? And I set that equal to my total amount of money I'm spending is $15, so that is my whole. And I'm trying to find out how much is my sales tax. So again, this is X here, all right? Set up as a cross product, so let's use cross products, all right? So on one side I have 100 times X equals 6 times 15, okay? Here, remember, I do what I can now. 100 times X is 100X. I set that equal to 6 times 15, which is 90, all right? Then I want to do the opposite operation and get rid of this 100 on this side so I can have X by itself. Divide by 100, whatever I do to one side, I do to the other, divide by 100. All right, so now I put 90 in the house, and I put the 100 on the outside. 100 does not go into 90, so let's add our decimal, add our decimal, add our 0 here, okay? So 100 doesn't go into 9, 100 doesn't go into 90, but it does go to 900 9 times. So this here is 0.9. It's in terms of money, so it's 90 cents. Now, if I ask you what is just the sales tax, you leave it as 90. But if I ask you what is the total amount of money I will spend, then I would have you add this back to your original amount. So let's set up our work, 15.00, because it's money. Then I have plus 90 cents. So again, I need to add my zeros like we did in the last video. And I add like I normally do. 0 plus 0, 9 plus 0, bring my decimal down, 5 plus 0, 1 plus 0. And my total answer is $15.90. Now, if this was a tip question, whatever your tip is, still goes over 100, whatever your total amount still goes at your as far as your whole, and you're still trying to find your part. It's set up the same way. And then if you're asked to add that back to at the end, add it back for the total, and that's how you do that.